1, Engine 2, Engine 4, Truck 1, Mobile Command, Medic West, first alarm for a structure fire, flames and smoke showing.
I'm Don McMasters, the fire chief for the Danville Fire Department. Here to talk to you a little bit about what it is to be a firefighter in Danville. Danville is a small town right on the Illinois-Indiana border in Vermilion County of approximately 18 square miles. Danville has a population of about 33,000 people. We are located about 2.5 hours straight south of Chicago, Illinois, or an hour and a half west of Indianapolis. Our department is a full-time, full-career department that is made up of 3 fire stations strategically located in the city with 44 personnel that are on duty and 3 personnel that are on staff 40 hours a week. We run approximately 3,400 calls a year. About 65 or 66% of those calls are EMS-related calls. And we average about 70 to 75 working structure fires a year. We run everything from working fires to medical calls. We also have a technical rescue team that performs rescues in confined spaces and at height. We also have a hazardous materials response team that is a technician level team that handles calls all over the county, not just in the city of Danville, as well as we can be contacted if we have to go other places statewide to respond for calls to handle emergencies from a hazardous materials nature. So we are a very vast department that covers a lot of areas of emergency response with a very small number of personnel. We appreciate your interest in becoming a firefighter with the city of Danville, and you're going to be hearing next from some of the firefighters that work for me that are going to explain to you a little bit about what it's like to be a firefighter in Danville. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
My name is Nathan Konecki. I've been on the Danville Fire Department for 8.5 years.
My name is Christopher McMahon. I'm a lieutenant with the Danville Fire Department, and I am starting my 23rd year.
My name is Brock Dew. I've been on for 9.5 years. Before I got on Danville Fire Department, I worked at a local cemetery and also worked in some grain elevator companies. I also volunteered for some local volunteer fire departments.
Before joining the Danville Fire Department, I have a background in business management for Illini Skateland. I decided that I want to do something that can help the community. I went into the first responder program, became a volunteer firefighter, where I transitioned into an EMT. I was employed full-time for Medics Ambulance, where I became an intermediate EMT.
I'm actually going to be a history teacher. I went to the University of Western Illinois. While I was there, I got on a volunteer fire department. Figured out I love this job, came back home and decided to get on the Danville Fire Department. Most of our calls are EMS calls, your trouble breathing, heart attack, chest pain.
A lot of people don't know we are EMT basics. We just don't transfer. So anytime that we go on a medical call, we will establish patient care and get vitals. And then that way when the ambulance gets there, we provide that information with them. Just provide a quicker service for them to get to the hospital. We're a very busy fire department. We handle a lot of fires in the area, vacant structures, occupied structures.
We run vehicle accidents, hazard material, confined space rescue.
We do run CO calls, gas leaks, anything like that.
Danville Fire Department has 3 specialty teams: a hazard material technicians, a confined space and rescue specialty team, and an investigation team. The hazard material technician team is a MAVIS deployable team, which means it can be deployed to anywhere in the country at a moment's notice if an emergency arises. And the investigation team is in charge of conducting a cause and origin of all the fires that happen within the city limits.
Our technical rescue team is there to help people if we have like a grain bin extrication that needs done. We do high angle rescue. If we have to do any kind of rappelling to get down to somebody, we handle that kind of situation as well. We do have quite a few guys that specialize in trench technical operations, which in that case, handling how to move dirt, how to extricate somebody in the event that somebody were to be trapped. Confined space and structural collapse mostly consist of helping somebody if we do have a catastrophic event in the area, such as a tornado, earthquake, anything like that.
A normal shift for us is we work for 1 day or 24 hours, and then the next 2 days we're off. While we're at work, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, we have training. We do fire rescue, we do hazmat, we do rope training. On Mondays, we do inventory. On these days, we go through the equipment, go through the trucks, make sure everything's par. Also, when we're not doing any sort of training, we have to run calls 24/7.
Our normal day at Danville Fire Department is usually 8 to 4:30, although we work 24-hour shifts. Our 8 to 4:30 is our work time. And from that, pretty much that entire time, we have slotted events going on, whether it be in October, we have the kids come into the station to do fire prevention. We go to the schools to do fire prevention at those times too. During the week, Monday through Friday, we'll do training in the mornings and in the afternoon. If we're not doing training, we're doing inspections. We do have some slotted times in there as well for physical activity, for working out. It's very important to be able to be physically fit and to have the ability to perform your job to the best of your capability, no matter what. After 4:30, we consider that our downtime, but that doesn't mean that we aren't still here. Anytime that we have a call, whether it be a medical, a fire, a gas call, no matter what it is, we do respond at no matter what time of the day or night or morning it is.
When you start on the Danville Fire Department, you'll be assigned to a 40-hour weeks with the training officer, where you get your basic information, your basic knowledge.
We send you off to the IFSI Academy, which is an 8-week program where you will learn the basics of firefighting. After that, you will come back and we will teach you things about how it's done in Danville, Illinois. Each department is different on how they do things. We just happen to have our way of doing things. So we try and make sure that you know the way things are done around here. Also, you will learn different duties that are done around here. We'll go through inventories, make sure you know what's on every truck, how every truck is ran, how to pump it, how to get the ladder up in the air. We will also go over every tool that we have, every saw, every extrication device to make sure that you are well informed how to use it. You also need to make sure you learn your streets.
So Danville doesn't have GPS in their trucks currently, so we have to learn streets. We have to learn every street in the city just to be sure that we know how to get to where we're going. A lot of cities around do have the ability to have GPS in their trucks to where they're told which way to go every call. But in Danville, we don't have that, so it is very important to learn our streets, to learn the ins and outs and how many times they break and how to get to a certain call, no matter what the situation is. If you're unsure about joining the fire department and you're curious about it, then give us a call, contact the fire station, stop by and talk to us about it. A lot of people will be more than willing to talk to you about their job and what they do. We do provide a ride-along program, so if it's something you want to try and just see if it's something that you would enjoy, then that's something you could definitely pursue.
I would say to someone that's on the fence about applying is that this is the best career you could ever have. Not only do you get to help out the community, you also get to make sure that you have time with your family on your days off. You get to bring them here, you get to have your family incorporated into work. You also get to have your career is also your family. You're with them 1/3 of the year. So you build a tight bond with them and have a close-knit relationship.